now, as you guys can tell. I didn't get a chance to film too much this morning just because it was a very cold and rainy Monday morning and it just wasn't happening, but wanted to sit down and officially start off this week's work week in my life video. Quickly, if you guys are new here, my name is Rauch. I am 22 years old and I'm a full-time graphic designer here in Washington, DC. I make videos about my everyday life, from business professional outfit inspo to coffee runs, Trader Joe's hauls, and basically everything in between. So if you guys want to stick around and subscribe, the button is right down there. I would really appreciate it. I had a pretty good day at work today. It wasn't as productive as my Mondays usually are, but it wasn't an unproductive day. I got a couple of loose ends tied up and was able to move forward on a couple of projects, so that's good. I just feel like my to-do list is so big. I don't know when any of that's going to get done, like in order to meet deadlines. Like it will, it always does, but it's very daunting right now, so I'm finding it hard to start things just because I have so much on my plate that I don't even know where to begin. I feel like I spent way too much time today just staring at my list of things that I had to do rather than actually taking initiative and starting them. So definitely want to improve on that tomorrow, but trying not to be too hard on myself. It was still a productive day, just not as productive as I wanted it to be, but that's okay, it happens. It's like 6 o'clock now though. I just got home. I want to take a shower, make dinner, and then just get some random things done. I don't have anything too pressing on my plate right now as far as YouTube or other freelance work, but I want to finish goal setting for 2020. I don't know why I haven't been better about this. I'm normally really good about sitting down and setting official goals for 2020. I did an entire video on it last year. It really flopped. I think it has 200 views. It really flopped, but basically I'm using the same process in that video for this year because that worked really well for me. My camera battery just started flashing, so maybe I'll explain more later, but I want to finalize my goals for 2020, especially because quarter one's basically halfway over, so I want to make sure that I'm staying on track to meet my yearly goals through quarter one, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna do that after I shower and make dinner, so I will probably touch base with you guys when I'm making dinner. It's a bit later now. I took a shower and made dinner, as you guys saw, and then I finished goal setting for 2020, which I feel really good about. I think I'm going to sit down either tomorrow or Wednesday and kind of do an overview of my goals and how I want to reach them, because I love seeing that from other people, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that as well. And then I've actually just been editing today's portion of the vlog, which is good to kind of get ahead of, but it's 10 o'clock now, so I think I'm going to get ready for bed, but I will check in with you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Another rainy Tuesday here in DC. Quick outfit of the day. These earrings are from Lulu's. Necklace is from Anya Hay. This tan puff sleeve sweater is from Aerie. Belt from Forever 21. Black dress pants are from Express. And then I'm just wearing my ASOS booties per usual. I'm going to pack up my bag, grab my coffee, and head out the door for the bus. Some photos for you. I'm home from work now. It's like 9 o'clock. Really busy day at work today. I don't know how much footage you guys saw, but our company is hosting an event in October of 2020, and we started looking at venues today and trying to nail all of that down. So I went along for a couple of the tours. Our number one choice is one that I didn't get to visit, but it was really cool just seeing the different event spaces in DC. They were kind of scattered throughout the city and stuff like that, so that was cool. And then I was just working on like random projects throughout the day, and then after work I stopped at the grocery store on the way home just to pick up a couple of things to get me through the week. So I did that, walked home, made dinner really quick, and have just been kind of hanging out for the last couple minutes. I want to get a couple more things done tonight. I don't know how realistic that is. It's getting kind of late. I want to edit today's portion of the video because I felt really good about having yesterday's portion done, and that makes my weekends so much less stressful when I already have the bulk of my video kind of up and ready to go, if that makes sense. And then I mentioned finishing my goals yesterday, but I just kind of have them scribbled down on a couple of sheets of loose leaf, and I want to transfer them into like nicely written categories in my nicer journal. So I think I'm going to do that tonight because I've had kind of overnight and throughout the day to think about my goals and think about if there's anything that I want to change or amend. Obviously I can change them at any point, but you know, quick changes now or things that I want to add before I kind of write them in something, if that makes sense. Then the last thing I need to do tonight is prepare for a phone call tomorrow I have with a brand that I think I'm going to be working with on an upcoming video. So far it seems really great, but I just want to have like a phone call with them to make sure we're all on the same page about like terms of collaboration and schedule, you know, everything like that. So I want to just make sure I'm prepared for that. It doesn't usually take too long to prep, but I just want to have a good basis on the company, what I'm proposing, what I'm pitching, prices, contracts, you know, like all of those little things, just so that the call can be really efficient tomorrow. But I really, really like the company, and I think it'll be a really great fit for my channel, and hopefully you guys will see that probably in the next month or two or so. But I really want to get those 3 things done. So fingers crossed that happens. I will probably check in with you guys either after I get some of those things done or in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Quick outfit of the day, same jewelry as yesterday. This blazer is from Kohl's, I think. Tank top is from Loft. I'll have it linked down below. And then black dress pants are from Express. ASOS booties per usual. I'm going to pack up my bag, grab my lunch, and head out the door. It is a lot later now. As you guys just saw, I got dinner with a friend, and then we were just hanging out here. It's pretty late now though, it's like 10 o'clock, but I wanted to quickly hop on and wrap up today. The call that I had this morning with the brand went really well, so hopefully final contracts will be signed tomorrow. They already sent the product, so I feel like they won't back out at this point, so feeling good about that. I actually secured a second sponsorship today, which I'm feeling really good about. They're kind of spread out too, so I'm not too worried about them being like stacked on top of one another. And work was good. It was just like a good productive day. I know I was saying, I think on Monday, that I wasn't feeling super productive, so it was good to get all of that done today. But it's like 10 o'clock now. Like I said, I am feeling a little bit tired, so I'm going to brush my teeth and probably head to bed, but I will check in with you guys in the morning. everybody. Another cold, rainy day here in DC, but nonetheless, quick outfit of the day. This top necklace is from Windsor, bottom necklace is from Anya Hay, black button down is from H&M. These speckled black and white tie pants are from Express. You guys have definitely seen these before. And then ASOS booties per usual. I'm going to pack up my bag, grab my coat, grab my umbrella, and head out the door. Wow, you're very brave. Yeah, you're welcome. I am home from work now. As you guys can probably tell, I am super tired. I had a really productive day, but I think just like the combination of the weather and the temperature and just being super productive, I am so drained. So I'm going to put some stuff away. I picked up some packages on the way up, but they're honestly really boring and not worth unboxing. So I'm going to put that stuff away. I want to make dinner and shower, and then I'll probably check in with you guys. I want to actually share my goals. I feel like I've said that every day of this damn week, but that's my goal. But I want to like get settled, shower, eat, and all of that good stuff first. I showered and made dinner like I said I was going to, and then just looked over my goals one more time, added a few things, and really tried to finalize them, and I'm feeling good about them. I think it's super interesting watching other people's videos around my age doing this in either similar industries or, you know, completely different industries, and kind of seeing what their goals compare to mine and how I can improve, or you know, whatever that is. So basically I used the same strategy as I did last year, and I'll link that video down below because I really talked in detail about the strategy behind each goal, if that makes sense. I totally ripped it off from a girl, Catherine. She used to make a really great podcast. I'll leave that link down below. I don't think she's actively making it anymore, but it has really great content if you're into social media influencing. It's just genuinely one of the most informative things that I've ever listened to. So that's basically where all this is coming from. I don't want to take credit for it. But basically what I did is I just kind of wrote down my goals and then divided them into 5 different sections and then broke them down from there. So I have a section for finances, a section for design, YouTube, health, and then just like random stuff. I also included like a word of the year kind of mantra thing at the top of my goals. And for 2020, the word that I really wanted to focus on was confidence. I think I have the skills that I need at this point to be successful in my job, in YouTube, and you know, whatever avenue that is. Obviously there's a ton of room to grow and improve, but as like a base skill set, I think I have those skills. I just need to work on being more confident, more assertive, and you know, standing my ground when I know something's right or I know something's wrong. So I feel like confidence just carries over into all of my goals. Like financially, if that's when I'm pitching myself to a brand and they come back and say like, well, will you work for X amount of money? And I know that that's well below what my value is. Saying no, being confident, saying no, and feeling okay walking away from a brand deal. Or, you know, if I'm in a client meeting and someone disrespects me, like if it's appropriate, politely being like, hey, like, by the way, that wasn't okay, you know, or, you know, whatever that is. I think confidence is something that I can really improve upon in 2019 or 2020. So that's just kind of my word for the year, I guess. So jumping in for finances, the first goal that I have, and I don't know if I want to be super specific with all of these. I'll share like half of them specifically, but for example, I want to have 10K in my savings account by the end of the year. So for this goal, that's just basically what I have written out here. And then to accomplish that goal, I basically took what I already had in my savings account at the start of 2020 and how much I needed to add each month to get it to 10K by the end of the year, basically. So that's how I'm planning on achieving that. And then I did a similar thing with my student loans. I have kind of a sum of money that I want to pay off by the end of 2020. If I can pay off more, great. If not, I want to at least meet this like minimum quota. So I have those 2 goals. I want to set up a Roth IRA account. I just haven't done that yet. I have a 401k set up, but I don't have a Roth account yet, so I want to do that this year. I don't see myself putting a ton of money into it, maybe like $100 or $200, but just having it set up so that it's ready to go is something that I want to do in 2020. I want to formally finish registering my business as an LLC. I've started this process, it's just kind of in the approval stages, but definitely want that official. I want to continue to log my spending and income weekly. I'm not really concerned about this one. I've done this every week for the last 2.5 years now, so it's basically ingrained in me, but it's just something that I want to continue. And then I have a number that I'd really like to reach for total income of this year, which I'm not going to share just because that feels very personal to me. That goal I'm definitely not 100% set on reaching, but if I do, I will be extremely proud of myself. My second category of things was design related, so I won't go over all of these, but just some of my highlights were rebranding my website and all of my paperwork. I want to seek some legal advice on all of my contracts for, this bleeds into YouTube a little bit as well, but like all of my freelance contracts, whether that's for brand deals or just design work for clients. I have contracts written up, but honestly, I could be totally fucking myself over. Like there could be some weird clause in there that I don't understand. So I just want to have someone look over them. If that's like a little bit of a cost on the front end, that could save me a lot of money on the back end. So that's something that I want to do this year. I want to freelance with at least 6 clients this year. I figured like 1 every other month. Obviously, I'd like to do a lot more than that, but I feel like that's a realistic goal that I can meet and hopefully exceed. And also, I hope that I'm building relationships with clients, that it's not a one-time project and done. I definitely want to do more than 6 freelance projects this year, but I'm hoping that I'm building relationships with clients that they want to continue using me for their services. So that's why I wrote down 6. And then I just had some like other random goals, like doing something creative once a month, which obviously I do creative things every day, but by that I mean like attending a workshop or like a TED Talk type series in DC. We have a lot of speakers and stuff like that, and I feel like it's really easy to get stuck in a rut, so I want to make sure that I'm doing something once a month just to push myself. There's a ton of museums here in DC. That's something really easy I could do. So just things like that, I guess. The next section of goals was YouTube / like influencer marketing type goals. I have a number written down of subscribers I'd like to reach. I really try not to make a lot of goals that are based on things that are kind of out of my control. Like I can make sure that I'm working out 3 times a week, for example, like that's on me to control. I can post consistently and put out my best effort, but at the end of the day, like I can't make that decision for someone. So I don't love goals like this, but I do have kind of a realm that I'd like to be in by the end of the year. So I have a number for that. I have a number for Instagram. I'd like to do at least 12 sponsorships this year between Instagram and YouTube. I really try to keep my sponsorships to about 1 or 2 a month just to make sure it's not too much on my channel and it doesn't come off as disgenuine. So aiming for 12, probably between 12 and 20, no more than 20 though if I had to guess, unless I start posting a lot more. In that case, I guess different. And then I just had some other goals as far as rebranding like my media kit, my contact sheets, just streamlining the process of uploading for links, descriptions, tags, all that kind of stuff, and like running monthly analytic reports just to see how views are coming in, which tags are working, which aren't, and kind of reevaluate my content based on that, if that makes sense. So that's kind of the bulk of my YouTube goals. The next section I had was all health related things, which honestly were pretty slim compared to years past. The first goal of mine was just to finish Accutane safely. If you've been a subscriber for a while, you'll know that I'm on Accutane, and it's just like a very intense drug, and right now I'm having a lot of physical side effects. Like I can't really work out because of joint pain and back pain and stuff like that. So my next goal was to work out 3 times a week once I stop Accutane. I have about a month and a half left, so home stretch, I'd rather just wait the month and a half and work out safely than push it now and end up tearing something or, you know, spraining something, you know, whatever that is. I'd rather just wait. Kind of the standard, like drink more water, eat more vegetables. And then prioritizing self-care is my main goal under health. I feel like when I get really overworked and overwhelmed, my self-care is the first thing to go, whether that's like taking care of my skin or, you know, like showering and things like that that are all really basic things to do, I feel like I'll sometimes let slide for a day or two, and that's just not a good habit to be in. I really want to make sure that no matter how stressed or overworked I am, I'm taking care of myself, and to kind of be more cognizant of when that starts happening, that something else needs to be reevaluated. Like if those things are slipping, then I need to cut back somewhere else in my life, whether that's saying no to a project or, you know, staying in one night just to like catch up on sleep, like whatever that is, prioritizing my health over, you know, X, Y, or Z. And then my last category was just kind of random things that didn't necessarily fit into any of the other categories. So I want to read 4 books this year, which is a very low goal. I hear it, but last year my goal was 3 and I read 1. Actually, I read 2 because I ended up doing a book report at the end of school. But regardless, 2 books in a year is pretty bad. So I feel like 4 is technically doubling what I did last year. So the goal is 4 books this year. I already have my first one picked out that I need to start reading. And then I just had some travel goals. I want to make sure my apartment's clean and decluttered. And then kind of going off of that, like continue to minimize the stuff that I own, sell what I don't need. So I just had some other random goals. I feel like none of those were too interesting or, you know, super relatable or anything like that. But so those are the bulk of my goals for 2020. Like I said, I'll leave my video from last year that flopped down below, and then a link to Catherine's podcast, because super useful, super helpful, and that's definitely really shifted the way that I think about goals and approach them. So definitely recommend that. As far as my plans for the rest of the night, I'm probably just gonna hang out. I might edit this video a little bit more, but just kind of laying low and relaxing, and I will probably check in with you guys in the morning. It is Saturday morning now. I am just getting the chance to wrap up this week's video. Yesterday, as you guys saw, I was just kind of running around the city doing errands and like taking building photos, going to meetings, a bunch of stuff like that. And then I just had a really chill night in, which was really nice. I definitely needed the rest and the recharge, but it is Saturday morning, like I was saying. I'm getting ready to go to a coffee shop with my roommate to do some work for a little bit, so that'll be good. But I just want to quickly wrap up this week's video, say thank you guys so much for watching. I'll make sure to have links to everything that I was wearing or talking about in this video down below, along with my social media and all of that good stuff if you guys want to check it out or give it a follow. And yeah, with all that being said, I will see you guys next week. Bye.